Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another Nexus Gaming Series matchup. Tonight, featuring Can't Counterpick Stupid versus Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Our early map bans for our purple, oh god, they're both purple. Unlucky. Map bans for CCS, Battlefield of Eternity, and Volskaya. Meanwhile, PRA, did I mess this up? I did mess this up. Those are swapped. So Cursed and Braxis, Volskaya, BAE. Cursed. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Volskaya, BOE, Braxis, and Cursed are your map bans for tonight. Lobby is up, I think. Yes, and it looks like we're heading to... Oh god, Sky Temple. Okay. This was picked by the blue team. Or the darker purple team. Lobby is up, everybody is trickling in right now. We're pretty close to on time. Hello, Hoku, by the way. And for real, as always, the yarn support for the CCS gang. Thanks for joining me here so early. Both teams have all 5 people. So it should be rocking and rolling here pretty quick. Sea-West Purple Explosion, indeed. For the sake of my sanity, I will call them red and blue. Or left and right, or CCS, or PRA. CCS is ready. Just waiting on the all clear from PRA. Then we'll be on our merry little way. All right, let's rock out with our, yeah, you know the phrase. Let's talk Sky Temple. Map that you don't typically see. It's pretty much agreed upon that it's the worst map and is voted one of the last always in the pool, but just above that Haunted Mines, just above Warhead Junction and Hanamura. big boss in the middle of the sky above the tomb of the Spider Queen. A little bit of lore for you. Regardless, with the emergence... of, what the hell is this? Stream together. I don't... What? Oh, and now I just got raided. Okay. I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna decline this momentarily. Thank you, Raven X, for the raid, by the way. Alright. With the emergence, as I was saying, of Amethyst as being pretty busted, it's pretty safe to say we're either gonna see it banned or picked here early. And it's not banned yet. Hopefully I had a good stream, Raven. Let's see if this still works for my streaming days. Last playing Heroes of the Storm. Did I ask for a squad stream? Yeah, that's what it came across as. Yeah, no worries. And the Hakaban, so 2 globals, 2 healers. First pick here, a lot of stuff on the table. We have the Rat Attack here by Hunter's Tag. One of my favorite Overwatch heroes to play. And Heroes of the Storm heroes to play. Can be quite the menace in their first match earlier this week. Hunter, pretty hard carrying on the Junkrat there on Tomb. Just finished my match 1-2. At least it was a good match. Johanna and Sylvanas. A couple pretty solid choices. That's the first global taken. Brightwing. And let's see if they decide to take a priority offlaner here or just go for a tank of sorts. And we have another raid coming in. Raka. With the 19 wonderful human beings. She was just casting some Heroes of the Storm as well. What's up, Helix? Thank you very much, Raka, and welcome everybody. You're catching us here in the early stages of this Div C West matchup between Can't, Counterpick Stupid, and Phoenix Rising Amethyst, obviously halfway through the draft here. Both of these teams, both scrim partners, know each other quite well. A lot of matchups to be playing, a lot of scouting to be done. A lot of these bans that you see are targeted. But with the change in meta, the change of guard, if you will, comes potentially a couple secret spicy picks. Potentially an Amethyst. We won't know. Well, we will know pretty soon. But until then, we can only speculate. Lord knows I love doing that. Probably a healer ban here. Oh no, they're just, okay, they're just gonna ban a hammer. The ban hammer. Makes sense. Nobody likes to deal with a hammer. My team are very bad people, and in our first match we went hammer and lost Vikings. So you too can be toxic pieces of shit by going hammer, lost Vikings. Let's see what they're gonna go with here. Tyrande and Ragnaros. So, Mr. Make the Game last 25 minutes himself, Ragnaros, is taken. Did get a little bit of a buff in the last patch. Got an interesting pinnacle quest line, if you will. If you get 8 people with center hits of your Sulfuric Smash, you will then get an additional charge of your ultimate, which can't be completed before level 20. It won't, but it is a possibility that it happens at some point during the game. Rounding out the team for PRA is going to be Tychus and Sonya. Chelsea kind of in Tychus jail. I think now it's 3 straight games of the teacup. The disgruntled Terran man himself. And then Miss Yelly Lady. That's hard to say. Death by Snoo Stew. It is Sonya. Altir Utir Nazebo. So a little bit of degeneracy in the Nazebo Sylvanas. Potentially taking buildings early. They don't need a team fight. They're just going to hit your walls. See West best mod. So the stage is set. One team certainly playing for the macro side of things in CCS. PRA going for more of the I'm going to punch you in the face with Sonya, Tychus, Junkrat, dive combo here of the Anubarak. Let's see who can press their buttons better here in this game one. Best of 3 tonight. Tychus Trap Room. Good portrait synergy throughout both teams. And from left to right tonight, our home team in blue, while their logo is purple. We have Kant, Counterpick Stupid, Unicycle Yay playing the Sylvanas, Shadow Droid on Ragnaros, Valkymer playing the Joe Mama, Altair on Nazebo and bringing up the rear, Wit's End on the Tehran. From right to left, the Challengers also in purple, but also kind of red. It's a shade of purple. We have Little Barista on Brightwing, Northern Touch on Anubarak, Chelsea playing the Tychus, Soul Shepherd heading up in the top lane on the Sonya, and rocking the bottom lane, Hunter's Tag on Nazebo. A lot of love for the div mods. You can see Sylvanas and Nazebo starting bottom. This is a pretty... I mean, you expect this. You expect this if they're taking it here. Hunter is here to discourage some of this behavior. Already gets a boop over the wall, and Altair is over the wall, and that is going to be first blood 20 seconds in, and now Unicycle might be caught out here a little bit. Does she still have the E available? Yes. Good heals here from Wit's End, and just like that, we are out with a bang. Caught at the wheel. And a nice boop from the Junkrat. With that Camp Prio, Wave Prio. This is a map that can quickly spiral out of control if you lose early. As red team starts their siege camp. Blue team gonna do the same here. Let's take a look at our level 1. Spiders from the Nazebo. We have an Owl build here from Tehran. Q build from the, I can't say what his name is, Ragnaros. A lot of damage going on to Johanna here. Brightwing gonna come in, shift away, and they got a lot of pressure here. Junkrat does have a mine, and the longer that CCS takes for this mine to explode, the harder it is to be, Chelsea really walking forward here. Brother Touch going in, looking for a stun, connects the 3 people. And PRA just doesn't stop it. They just keep walking forward. Junkrat with a nice kill there. Hunter's Tag making his presence known. Chelsea, though, playing a little bit too far forward, getting caught in the wall of the healing. The spell armor there actually what's saving Chelsea. The Owl almost getting the feeling to blow there. Decides to back, I think, in vision. And this first fort is going to be under siege here as PRA takes a strong lead in the early stages of this game. Ragnaros doing his best to double soak here for their team. Junkrat opting for the Chattering Teeth, so mine build here. Can be quite brutal to deal with. Luckily for CCS, they have a Joe Mama. Three-man effort here for the red team to take out the Bruiser camp. Blue team looks like they just want to kind of push bottom here, but Junkrat anchoring bottom is going to make it very difficult for them to get a lot of value with this Sylvana and Nazebo unless they're kind of uncontested. Yo, I don't know what's going on in chat. Sounds like you guys are having a really nice time. We do have a gank in the top lane while I was reading. You knuckleheads. Something about autographing a dog. I'm here for it. And with that kill in the top lane in the gank, Chelsea Bear gonna have a lot of time to do massive damage to the top. A couple stacks there from Wit's End's gonna be nice, already at 3. Spell armor here from this camp doing a really nice job. Shadow Droid jumps into the fort, gonna absorb a couple of shots. Meanwhile, I wanted to take a look at how much damage this Ragnaros does to not only buildings but to heroes. We're not gonna see it too much on display here, but later on we're gonna see a heck of a lot more of it. This Barista is going to have to shift here. PRA going to get the full top objective, but not for nothing. Our blue team here going to be taking a lot of value. Nice boop there from the Junkrat. A beautiful combo Witsend getting another couple of stacks. Northern Touch running for his life. Unicycle EA pushing forward, but the spell armor from a Nubarak. That is such a strong talent there at 1. If he is any other talent, he is a very dead man. Altier stepping up a little too far, though, getting caught. Junkrat needs 1 auto. That will do it. And it's 5-0, although Chelsea and Hunter looking like they want to die. Unicycle trying to avoid it. The grenade, oh my gosh, that was almost absolutely a crazy play. The Junkrat boop into the perfect boop on the grenade, or rather, the grenade in the perfect boop of the Junkrat. A team gave Tychus and Junkrat against PRA again. I mean, it's something that, you know, it's hard to say that those are, like, the best heroes to be playing right now. Like, obviously they're good, strong heroes, but, you know, if someone just plays, like, Urel, Tyrael, Chromie, like, Junkrat is super dead. I just think that teams aren't necessarily taking things to deal with them particularly well. Because it's no secret what heroes the PRA is good at anymore. I think Chelsea played Thrall like 10 times last season. That's why we see some more Thrall bans. Anyway, 5-0 in kills. The structures are not as bad as it seems. PRA is up an additional fort, but with CCS getting the full objective mid here, this is a pretty battered and bruised middle fort. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, and I mean, that's... Craig just like Lava Wave, this game's already over. 1.5 level, free 10 is tough though. Uh-oh. Junkrat in a little bit of trouble, able to get out of there just in time, and now we have a counter engage from Northern Touch. The Cocoon is available. Let's see if Val can smurf the Cocoon here. Looks like they may be going in here on the Zebo. It's a nice poly. They go in on that. And I'm not sure what interrupted the Riptire. I think maybe actually it got killed. Maybe Spiders killed it real quick. We're going to drop the Ode on here. We're seeing a lot of the ultimates already. The Ode and the Riptire, Blink Heal, Cocoon already. Leap available as well. Altier getting quite low. Is the Odin going to be enough to kill? No, but the Junkrat boop is. Reg is going to fort here in the bottom lane, but with that, going to leave Sonya available. Oh, Hunter's getting quite low. Hunter's going to die here. Ooh, he's got to be careful. And that is the power of that Reg fort now. It's just so much damage. Northern Touch, though, getting low is going to have to back off here. And if blue team gets level 10s, oh, Hunter is way out and far. Way out and far. It's a nice leap to disengage, but it's far too late. Beautiful kill there and combo from the Johanna. Takes out 2. Junkrat and Brightwing will fall. Valkymer, though, running for his life. It's a nice shield, but Sonya ripping and tearing in the back line like Doom Man himself. Unicycle EA is going to try to get out of there, but Shadow Droid not going to be able to support Sylvanas. Chelsea is he going to be able to scoot out of the way? Oh, he gets it in time! 35 HP in a dream is enough. Uh-oh. No way. No, it was so close. Nice play there from the Zebo. Able to get the Sonya. Alright, and after the dust settles here, 4-9 in kills. Now still favoring PRA, but a little bit of catch-up XP was gained. Two forts now have fallen. Camps are available for the side of PRA as an all heads into the bottom lane. Scouting out that siege camp that they are not on. They look to be going in here onto Zebo. Great damage overall, but Wits End had a couple heals available and patched her right up. Uh-oh. Chelsea in a little bit of trouble here. If they shield, they could get this kill potentially. Talent tier advantage, slight favor of PRA. It's a couple spiders are left by Northern. So it is Lava Wave, it is Wailing Arrow. Northern Touch isn't Narnia here. If you just shield him, I think he could die. They end up cocooning the Johanna. Let's see if they can get in on this objective. Or rather, on this point. I don't think they're gonna. Nice stun. A beautiful silence there. Leaves Bear in a bad place. Does get shielded, but able to blink away. Junkrat giving her a nice peel. Little Barista will live. Down comes Sonya. Does get spotted by the Ragnaros, so he's gonna have to turn around. But a nice engage here from Northern Touch. And a big leap there from Soul Shepherd onto two people. The Junkrat providing damage as well. And it's a 3-4-0. Almost a Happy Meal, but not quite. 75% of a Happy Meal. Right, of course, the 4-piece chicken nugget. Sylvanas marches top to start the top temple. Camp is pushing in the bottom lane. Ragnaros clearing the remnants of the bruiser camp of PRA. Junkrat taking little advantages everywhere, or rather, PRA taking little advantages everywhere. Using their map presence, using the fact that they have all this space to work with. And it looks like they might try to end with this boss. They are 3 levels up. They're going to have an Odin here. One more kill could be detrimental. Wit's End gets booped over the edge directly into the trap. Beautiful play there by Junkrat. Every once in a while, honestly, you try to plan that as Junkrat as best you can. You get a strategic trap placement. You look for the boop. But sometimes, yeah, it looks like Syl's going to get booped back here. A little bit of miscommunication. She's going to try to E away, I think, and does get away. Nice shield there from Valk. Chelsea getting low. Going to need a heal. 19 HP. It's not going to be enough. Now Ragnarok's getting into the fort. The boss is going to break the shield, probably, but probably doesn't get much after that. Good evening, Gossamer. Doesn't even break the shield. Nice defense here from the blue team. Now is some tough sledding for the side of CCS. They have no forts, 1 less keep. They're down 3 levels. They're down a talent tier. They're down kills. But they have the tools. They have the tools to stall this game for a long time. They have the tools to win a team fight. They've just been kind of getting picked a little bit on cooldown. Now you see them putting together the resources here. Let's see if they can get a team fight with all 5 of them here once they're on an even talent tier. They need to get their 16s first, which they're going to have by the end of this sentence. And now, let's see what they decide to do. It looks like Northern Touch wants to kind of fight, but really, and the downside of this map is once you're as ahead as PRA is in this map, you really don't have to fight. You can really just wait for the objectives and fight over that. But Northern going in after Johanna. They go in on the Ragnaros. Here comes the Riptire. Shift going to come in just in time. It's a nice cleanse there. Leap in the back line is going to be disengaged by a shield from Johanna. Sonya is in Narnia right now. Has no support. And here we go. We have a game now. Nice kill there. This bottom fort is going to go down immediately. We have black arrows. We have Nazebo. We have all the tools to take a building here. And they're going to be able to lava wave in 45 seconds. You should fight anyway to entertain me. Fair. Oh, interesting. We have a Holy Fury. I really like that talent. It's probably not best on tier, but I honestly take it in ARAM because I don't like the other activatable anymore. But if I'm tryharding, I'll take the Holy, whatever that's called, the Holy Hammers. Alright, Sonya's back up. We have a 5-on-5. Cocoon is smurfed by Valk. He actually gets the unstoppable there. But Ragnaros in the backline has taken a ton of damage. Everybody all-ins onto Shadow Droid. It's going to be a 1-for-1. The offlaners will fall. Here comes Odin, and a Riptire does catch the Nazebo. The Chattering Teeth chattering their way to another kill. Unicycle Ye trying to provide enough damage to get a kill, but ultimately going to be in a little bit of trouble if she gets caught. Naz-stacks are quite low. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of killing this game. How many deaths do we have on the Nazebo here? It's been five deaths on the Nazebo. Still able to get out with the unstop there. Valk really playing well with the Unstoppables. PRA looks like they're going to be going top. Surprised not to see him just take bottom keep, or excuse me, mid keep. And this could be a really scary fight here. Valk gonna have shield in 8 seconds. By Fire Be Purged is gonna go in the bottom lane here, and PRA doesn't need to take any of these risky fights. Especially not with Sonya, and Sonya does show right now, so if Valk finds a shield here, and it looks like he's looking, he might be able to get him. Might just have been out of range. But you can see CCS marching forward here, and it looks like they may have caught him. How did he see that? Did he have vision of that? Wow, Chelsea, nice dodge there. And a good... Unfortunately, the Sylvanas does get cocooned and avoids the Riptire damage. But Shadow Droid taking the brunt of most of the ultimates this game. He's having not the time of his life, and he owes it all to the Sonya. She has been leaping him mercilessly on cooldown. The Nazebo wall is good, gonna be able to disengage. Soul Shepherd getting quite low, gonna need some heals, but not before the Johanna falls. Altair gonna be the next one to go, and this should just about do it in game 1 here. This time we do get a Happy Peel, the 4-piece chicken nuggies, and now they're not gonna kill the building. Chelsea, kill the building for me. Just, please. Just for my mental health. Catapult. Catapult, save me. Okay, the catapult got him. Alright, and that's going to be a pretty decisive game 1 here from PRA. They got a nice camp kill early, and that really snowballed for them, the momentum their way almost the entire game. PRA is going to take game 1. Alright, let's take a look at the numbers here. Leading the way in Soak, unsurprisingly, the Ragnaros topping the charts. If you take a squishy awful inner against Soul Shepherd, he will sit on your face. Death by Snoo Snoo is, you know, if you're going to save a replay, that's probably what you call that one if you're a Soul Shep. Death by Snoo Snoo. Great leaps throughout. Damage numbers, Tychus and Junkrat leading the way. Syl Nazebo behind as expected. $15-minute game. Pretty succinct from PRA. Take a look at the talents here. Yeah, nothing really stands out. All pretty standard. Except maybe all. Alright. Let's see where we're heading for a game 2 here. I'm going to start taking a break between games so I can drink and not be on mic and not have to vamp for however long this takes. So, in the spirit of that, I leave you with some Nigel Good, and I'll be back once we got a lobby up.
Gonna make me fall too steep, but I plan to show up at your door, pour my heart all over the floor.
All right, we are going to D-Shire for our next map here. I knew that a while ago. I probably could have put it up on the board. This was picked by... Team 2 has first pick, so this was picked by the blue team, excuse me. So D-Shire, another big, heavy macro map. Somebody asked in chat here. Let me see. I believe that was Smidge, right? Smidge. Good morning, good evening. I'm from Europe, so I play Heroes League. Could you explain the structure of NGS? Thank you. Yep. So all the teams that sign up during the off season are kind of all put into one big pool, and then we separate them from there. So we have a placement committee crew that the committee is kind of a quiet committee. We don't really know who they are, but if you've been here long enough, you will. And those people are in charge of placing these teams where they feel they're appropriate. We do go by MMR. We go by past seasons. We go by, you know, how well they did just last season, but also what team or what player those teams have been on in the past, for their experience levels and stuff like that. Once they get put into divisions, some divisions are double round robins, some are just a straight through like 10 or 12 team league. At the end of the season, there are playoffs. The playoffs are all best of 5. If there are coastals, then they do a coastal division champion, and then they do an overall champion for like Div C. So Div C West will have a winner, Div C East will have a winner, and then there'll be like a coastal champion as well. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. Just waiting on PRA to give us our go-ahead. And it looks like they are ready to rock and roll. So keep on rocking me, baby.
Dragonshire.
We're going to D-Shire, baby. Really surprised we didn't see an Amethyst either picked or banned in that last game. Let's see if that remains true here. Puree taking the full duration here. And we have a Kira ban. Kira is kind of giga busted right now in the off lane, or even in a 4-man. She kind of just farms. Crazy amount of damage, crazy amount of self-healing. If you go in on a Kira, you better be damn sure that you kill the Kira, because she's going to be full healing in about 3 seconds. If you can't kill her in that time, it's a ripperoni. Abba kind of awkward on this map. It's a late game. Yeah, Abba can be pretty busted here. Just stalling rotations, right? Like just absolutely being a menace on rotations with the mines. Make her a really strong asset to have. We do see the Junkrat ban. We're going to see a Falstad ban again. If I don't see a Chen, these teams are trolling. I would love to see a Chen. Love to see some stacking Chenathans. And it's going to be a Thrall. Okay. So what does that leave on the table for our first pick? Maybe the Haka?
Victory
Nope, they're gonna snag the Sylvanas. I think in Season 9 I had a game on this map where I was like Illidan on the map with an ABBA. I got the fort in the first camp in a 1v2. With the first camp in a 1v2. Yeah, they have to be... And I'm assuming you locked it in the 4-5, so they didn't really have a lot of chances to respond, but you certainly have to respect the ABBA. You certainly have to respect the Illidan on their own. And then you put them together, and it's you got a problem on your hands. Valkymer and Wit's End taking the Rhaegar and the Johanna again. Stukov, that only means Varian's coming. Yep. Where there is a Stukov, there is a Varian right behind. The old training wheels comp, as it's called. But pretty strong into Johanna. Rhaegar only have so many cleanses. And unfortunately, they have a long, pesky cooldown. I love that that's not allowed. That's so funny. Indeed, last pick, yeah. So the story on Indeed being banned in my chat is I had a mod whose name was No Good Deed. And I used to say Indeed all the time instead of yes, and it drove her crazy. So then she banned the word Indeed in my chat, and that is why I have to allow every single time the word Indeed to be posted. Hammer banned again. Shadow Droid snags a Haka and a Li Ming. I love it. Love the hero. Don't know if I like it here, but I love the hero. Sometimes. Chromie and Leo. Oh man, those are some scary level 20s for PRA. Leo, Chromie, I mean, to get Chromie in the 4-5 is it's pretty okay. You're not upset about that. Do you actually go W build here with the Varian? Ooh. I don't know if Hanzo was the pick. I feel like Hanzo's gonna have a really tough time. CCS has to play macro. Because if you're trying to fight into Varian, I mean, it's gonna be really, really tough. If Hanzo or Li Ming get caught, even for half a second, especially at 20, there's no Ancestral that's gonna be able to save them. The damage will just be too strong. So they gotta get their camps out in a timely fashion, push the buildings, and hopefully win before level 20, because Leo gets even scarier. That big old mop starts slapping the floors and slapping the faces of the enemies. It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle. From left to right tonight, our home team of blue, we have Can't Counterpick. Stupid. Shadow Droid, one of my old teammates, by the way. On to Haka. Altair playing Li Ming. Valkymer on Johanna. Unicycle Ye playing the Hanzo, bringing up the Wit's End. Bringing up the Wit's End is Wit's End on Rhaegar. From right to left, we have Phoenix, Rising Amethyst looking to close it out. Look at the Mount Synergy, except one stinky Northern Touch on a stinky Northern Touch cloud on a Varian. Little Barista playing the, who is that? Stukov. Hunter's Tag on Chromie. Chelsea playing the Sylvanas. And Soul Shepherd on Liam. So PRA doesn't have a real tank right now. Let's take a look at our level 1 talents. W build from Rhaegar. Q build Hanzo. I like that choice, actually. I like that a lot. And what do we have from Chromie? Just a normal build. Wits End taking a lot of damage. And let's see what the splits are. Rhaegar already starting camp. Buff DPS going to help that as well. Are they going to try to fight this? Wits End almost 1 HP here. Holy cow. And that's going to be called. And you see PRA going to fight this. Northern Touch Season 2. That's a pre-4 variant, but they're 1 HP. Why not? Little Barista puts the point in a silence area, which is the weirdest way to ever say that. Chromie, big damage. Here comes the W from Chromie. Down goes Johanna. Down goes Li Ming. Wits End at 16 HP is going to live. And almost an instant replay of Game 1. The camp invade. Oh my gosh. Unicycle, run. Unicycle, please. Oh my god, the fort's taking so much damage and he's so afraid to step up because he doesn't know if he's just gonna get popped. That is a lot of damage on this bottom fort here, just 2 minutes into the game. And already a level lead of XP. And they still have a pre-4 variant. Now they have a normal variant. Sylvanas and Bear take the camp. Are they just going to go up top? Yeah, it looks like they're going to go to the hard camp right away. Let's take a peek at our offlaners. I feel like we've been avoiding them for some time. Let's see what's going on up here as they duke it out. Soul Shepherd may be AFK. He's using absolutely 0 APM right now. Does he just win this? Okay, well the blue team gets the objective. Blue team gets the objective, and Soul Shepherd was AFK. Alright. Classic offlane matchups. The wall already down mid. This Dragon Knight doing some great damage here early with a big camp too. Chelsea gonna be able to get some stacks. 17 stacks here. Only 20 stacks though on Syl. That is very low. Chromie time traps herself. I couldn't imagine why. Here comes Taunt. A lot of damage going on Valk, and the auto attack from Varian. Gonna claim 3rd blood. But I mean, despite the kills and a rough start early, the Dragon Knight certainly did level up the playing field as far as structures go. So where's Johanna? I feel like I haven't seen Johanna in a while. Totem is there. Hanzo is caught out quite far. There's a taunt. Nice cleanse. He's able to jump over the wall, but Altair get quite low. One orb as a parting gift. Nice tongue there from Shadow Droid. But his team was just a little bit too far. Now Leo's going to have a big wave pushing top. There's going to be a lot of XP missed. Nice taunt again onto Rhaegar, stepping up a bit too far. And they have decided to run at their camp here. Chromie does have her ultimate now. So it is pretty scary for CCS to play this. Yeah, Leo is here as well. Oh, Barista almost gets deleted by the Li Ming. Nice tongue there. Slowing Sand's going to be used. Rare is nowhere to be found, and that's going to be 1st blood for CCS. Nice tongue there from Shadow Droid. And a lot of comeback XP there, which was desperately needed. Northern Touch is in no danger at all. Okay, they're going to do their camp. This is really risky. I mean, Chromie's going to be here in a second. This could be really, really bad. Bear's going to get... Wait. Unicycle's actually just dying to the variant. Okay. Okay, he's alive. Good. What's going back on up here? Looks like Leo seems to be winning this matchup pretty handily in the top lane. But, objective available again to be taken. Taunt onto Rhaegar. Damage a little bit split here. Chromie and Li Ming fighting it out. Chelsea needs some heal. Ended up taking the heal and running away with it. Nice scatter there from Unicycle. Unicycle boo? No, Unicycle yay. And now red team has the potential to cap this. The Haka has to stay here. Look at the damage being done here in the bottom lane. Silence Arrow used, but not going to quite get a kill. Surprised to see Silence Arrow here with the taunt variant. I guess maybe so the Ancestral can't go out, but well, Ancestral was just used immediately. And Dragon capped by PRA. We have what? Whoa, okay. We have a Falling Sword. There's a taunt. But no, not enough follow-up damage to kill. We have a Falling Sword, Arrow, Wave of Force, Ancestral, and Isolation. Shield Wall, Failing Swipe, Slowing Sands in and 2. Dahaka doing good Dahaka things. Understanding he's got no Dragon Knight to worry about. And Soul Shepherd says, I'm the offlaner. I'm going to go take this building in the top lane. I don't care about the rest of yous. Someone else can get the soak mid. Able to bait out the
power is yours no longer.
I assume we're... Oh no, we're subdue. Nice. Nice taunt. Silence Puddle just a little late. Sylvanas mid anyway with a gigantic wave. Shadow Droid says, thank you for the essence. Nom nom nom. PRA realizing that they're on their hard camp, gonna opt to take bottom. Hanzo Hako playing top lane. Pretty decent wave clear. Big arrow. Oh, and Chelsea able to just barely avoid that Li Ming damage. That could have been brutal. 4 seconds on taunt. Let's see if they try to go in here. No, missed the dig, or missed the ISO, excuse me. But hit the tongue on the variant. Silence Puddle for the disengaged Valk. Still marching forward, though. Does have taunt available, does Northern Touch. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are not Shieldbreaker. I repeat, we are not Shieldbreaker. We have Mortal Strike instead. Johanna's Rejoice. We are not Shieldbreaker.
My husband is dead.
Oh my god, her husband is dead. I've been listening to this for years. Move on. Join Tinder or something. Go to Craigslist. Find a misconnection. Do something. Let's just stop complaining. They're baiting out the Johanna. There's the Unstoppable. Li Ming is blinking in on Hunter. He's gonna need some help here. Arrow not quite connecting to the backline as they hope. Sylvanas is in the top lane. Bites in. Chromie. Uh-oh. Li Ming. Oh, just misses. Getting close, though. Nice reset there. Great play by Li Ming. And Sylvanas and Leo are just kind of playing map now, and CCS doesn't really have strong siege. Like, they really do need to either get a bunch of kills or get the Dragon Knight. Uh-oh. Leo, Leo, help. Leo, help. Leo, Leo. Leo did help. Leo, no help me. That gonna be another kill? Blink over the wall. Blink over the wall. Come on, do it. Oh, she's got him. Yeah. Okay, easy. Nice play there from Li Ming. And this might be the momentum switch that CCS needs to get back into this game. Couple nice kills here. A lot of comeback XP. They're going to have to keep this up for the next 4 to 5 minutes or so that they have a big enough advantage to do something here. What's Enzo? Get a lot of damage, speaking of. And here comes the cavalry. Dig is being used right now. Altair is taunted. Big ISO onto the Chromie in the backline. Varian trying to... I don't know what Varian's actually trying to do. Leo was trying to just make his team go forward, but nobody else was joining him. And now big arrow onto Sylvanas. Altair does not have the spells available. Unfortunate timing there when the arrow hit and the spells went out. Taunt on Hanzo. This time, Puddle was in time. Silence arrow on the Joe. And they're just a little slow, just a little not all together. Zergford called it out early where they sometimes struggle with these kind of blow 'em up comps. You can see that happening. Now at level 20, or rather level 18, it's going to be a lot easier to execute some of these engages with the slowing sands and additional damage as Hunter pops Li Ming in the mouth with a couple of sand blasts. Sylvanas playing map though. Has there been no forts? By the way, we are almost 14 minutes in this game, and no forts have been taken. DK might be grabbed here by Shadow Droid. He does have it. And finally, I think we're going to see a fort go down. Somebody's very slowed. Wit's End there. Nice stasis by Hunter's tag. He stasises the DK. It's one of the more weird interactions between that and the Medivh that can silence him, or put him in a cage, rather. Johanna marching forward. Slowing Sands 20 is almost up, but Li Ming gets a nice pick here onto the Variant. Taking a lot of damage, though. Hunter is out of position. Big arrow there from the Hanzo, and here comes Li Ming, resets. Down goes Chromie. And luckily there was no repulsion there. They might all be dead. But a couple of nice ultimates, and now CCS, for the first time this series, not only takes a kill lead, but takes an XP lead. They're up in buildings. We have a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Just around the corner, Silence and Tomb lurks. Unraveling from Chromie is online. Repulsion 20 is crazy strong, though. And the way that Li Ming is playing, which is quite well, by the way, I have no... Got a feeling it's going to be that. Oh, ISO onto Sylvanas, but immediately gets taunted. Arrow connecting yet again. Chelsea getting blown up there. Really nice counterplay from CCS as they look to take this building. But the wave will be cleared shortly. Let's see if they can get some slowing stance here. Maybe try to get a cheeky little pick. No, they're not going to. Deal bottom lane. CCS continuing to get picks, continuing to gain more and more momentum. You can see the confidence in just the way that they're playing and how organized they are now. On these rotations, Shadow Droid there hitting a big isolation onto Sylvanas. And Valkymer, oh Captain, my Captain, lying in wait here to cap this objective. Dahaka is mid. And let's see if we have a fight here. I doubt we're going to see much. Oh, Fleet Mink caps it, though. They get the stall. Shadow Droid in a little bit of trouble here. Going to have to use Swipe. Beautiful repulsion there. There's the Swipe. But now the Slowing Sands. Look at the Slowing Sands damage! Holy! 3 big W's there from the Chromie. Completely turned the blue team around. I thought it was going to get all 3. I thought they were just going to back up and explode. That may have been the case one patch ago. The new patch, Chromie, you can actually see where the W's are going to be landing now. So it's a lot easier to tell and dodge. Oh no, they don't want to fight here. CCS does not want to fight in a corridor against the Leo, against the Chromie, Slowing Sands, and yeah, wisely, they are running the hell away. Oh, I guess the Falling Sword's for Entomb. Still, it feels bad not to have an engage all game. Nice repulsion there onto Chelsea, but they miss it. The arrow going to be absorbed completely by the Varian, and the Johanna explodes. Now, they're able to get the Li Ming. It's a nice Ancestral from Wit's End. Not double Ancestral, though. We're actually Conduit. But Wit's End has bitten in, and he's bitten off more than he can chew. And down goes Rhaegar. And here are the scary level 20s I had mentioned earlier. And PRA has their sights on this bottom fort. Propulsion not quite landing. Have to be careful here. That's all. Unicycle could die. Unicycle could die if they go in. There is the Slowing Sands. Yeah, you gotta be so careful with the engage. Varian has such good closing speed, and Hunter's Tag with the level 20 Sands, the range on that thing is stupid. Meanwhile, Sylvanas and Leo in the top lane, going to be taking this building out. I'm surprised they just don't entomb him. They could have just entombed and killed him. Dragonite going to be capped by PRA. They get the siege, or the bruiser camp there as well. And Chelsea is... I don't... Okay. Anyway, on the bottom lane... Why did he commit? I wonder if he just misclicked. Like, if he clicked his map or something and it went that way? Because it really looked like they just... I don't know. Trying to make a clip or something. Varian peaked in high school. Ooh, Johanna could be in trouble here. Although it doesn't have Shield Breaker, so not as much trouble as one may think. Taunt is still available, and yeah, if they get taunted in the sands... I don't think PRA can end, and it's going to be a Leo out of here. They're going to be able to kick one away. You can see Chromie trying to get the Slowing Sands there to discourage any further shenanigans. And yeah, Leo immediately eing out. And zoom. Alright. That does swing things in PRA's way a little bit after those couple of kills. The DK obviously taking a keep. And they have been spotted on this camp. Dahaka can dig. Well, I mean, doesn't have to, because, you know, he's there. But the Leo is mid, and CCS knows that, so they know they're not in any real danger here. Instead, PRA gonna head over to their bruiser camp. Red team has destroyed a fort. What? Did this fort just go down? No, this fort was already down. Was that the game just doing a weird bug? I think so. Wait, is that a play of the game? We're gonna play the game, Hanzo. I love it. Such a fun talent. Valkyrie gonna be spotted here. Good positioning from our tanks.
His power remains. Control the
Here comes a time stop.
and make use of it.
I think you're gonna have to get out of there. Don't you just get entombed immediately? Oh, look at how much damage Leo just took. Leo couldn't even get out and entomb, and now Hunter's caught out. Beautiful repulsion there from the Li Ming. Here comes the falling sword and gets crushed like a bug does Chromie. The Leo getting so blown up so quickly.
There must always be a dragon knight.
And there must always be a Dragon Knight. Gotta be careful here a little bit. Don't have your tank by you. Granted, I'm the only one that knows that. And Unicycle does get into the DK. Likely going bottom here, I'd assume. Maybe push through mid and then go bottom. Shouldn't end, I don't think. But certainly a scary DK, 22 minutes in. With Repulsion, they might be able to get a couple of picks. Oh, you can see her going for it right now. Li Ming looking for the Repulsion. Just misses. Yeah, this DK's gotta be hit.
Blue team has destroyed a
Yeah, this might just be it, honestly. Well, the DK now getting shredded. Engage in the backline. Northern Touch is trying to peel for the team. It's a nice tongue there from Shadow Droid. Looking for an and two, potentially is Shadow Droid. Does get the Hanzo. Here comes the falling sword over the top. The silence is getting all the ultimates in the world. He able to get out of there. Now a huge repulsion completely splits up PRA. They're running for their lives. Li Ming just needs a reset to go nuclear, but she will not find it here. Unicycle doesn't have a jump available. Now the slowing sand's going to catch him. The minus 50 just wears off in time, but not in time enough. And it's a 2 for nothing. Let's see what they do with it. Can they try to end? I think they probably could. They have the siege damage. They have the ultimates to be able to do it. But into a Li Ming is always spicy. Li Ming is always just one good repulsion away from turning an entire fight into a disaster. With 40 seconds on the clock, it looks like they're going to try to end. Repulsion not quite connecting there. That's a 30-second ult down. PRA is 30 seconds to try to do something here. They entomb the Johanna. She's going to have to get taunted if she's going to have to die. But it's a nice taunt from Shadow Droid under towers, minus 50. Or rather 40. Leo is taking minus 50, by the way. And now the Li Ming combo is good. And it looks like CCS is going to hold. And we are going to have a 25-minute game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Catapults building up here in the bottom lane. Li Ming going to take care of it. PRA heads to their siege camp. The consolation prize for a failed game-ending attempt. And Hunter Tag is, yep, he's going to have to be careful. Is it going to be enough? Can he stasis in time? It's a nice ISO. The arrow is huge. The repulsion into arrow. I can't believe that was on purpose, but it worked. Beautiful play there from the DPS of CCS, and they are marching forward now. Little Barista getting in trouble. Varian getting low as well, and it's a nice swipe there. Leo is up, and this is... I don't know if you can end with this. The siege damage from CCS is not good. They have Li Ming Hanzo. They're built to kill you. They're not built to take buildings, and that's why you see them backing up. They got to take that DK, but they also have some other lanes to deal with. Notably, these two siege giants and this catapult, I believe, just end the game. We are 25 minutes in, and here in the top lane, we have a gank attempt. More so of a who's ganking who. Soul Shepherd is here. It looks like he's going to go for an entomb, but the team's not there. They fell asleep at the wheel. They forgot the silence entomb. And now Johanna's running and Shadow Droid trying to provide a little bit of support. Bear and Northern Touch have called in for a holiday, and it has been reproved. They are no longer a part of this interaction. They are going home. 5 o'clock is hit. And now Varian, I mean, this is super risky too. Varian's dead. Varian is now dead. There's nothing you can do to save the Varian. Goodbye, Northern Touch. I mean, it's a nice protect. You're going to absorb a lot of stuff. The swipe might be able to save, but it's a nice repulsion there. I mean, look at how much damage he's absorbing. It's pretty insane. Yeah. Big arrow again into repulsion. What is this combo? Hunter Tag blown up. And Altair
team's core is under attack.
I mean, Soul Shepherd is in the top lane. They're going to try to end. They have a camp. Maybe they can do it this time. Again, 26 minutes in with a camp should be able to do it. But when Leo backs and has a Silence and Tomb, it's going to get real scary. Silence Puddle is pretty deadly, and I think you just rip it on the Johanna, no? Down goes the shield. They still... I don't think they can do it. They have to be so careful here. Onto the core. And you can see Chelsea just waiting 80%. They have to go. They have to shit or get off the pot at this point. What are we doing here, PRA? The core is just dying. The catapult's on the core. He hits one onto the Rhaegar. And the minus 40 might be enough to do it, but the Ancestral instead comes out in time. The Falling Sword is great. The repulsions this game have been better. And CCS is going to win Game 2. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a series on our hands. It was all PRA early yet again, an early camp invade game to lead, but finally a little bit of momentum, a little bit of life from CCS, and they really turned it on at the end. Great combos. I have to believe it was intentional towards the end, because the Hanzo arrow into the repulsion was insane. And even if they don't plan it, they can lie to me and said that they did, because it worked out really, really well. Massive ultimates at 20 to overcome between the Leoric Silence and Tomb and the Chromie 20. And they did it. They did it without even the Rhaegar having double Ancestral. He went Elemental Conduit instead. The Falling Sword ended up being a great choice in the Entomb as well. Not punished for not having a shield all game. We're going to go to a game 3, a 26-minute D-Share game. Let's hope for a little bit of a smaller map next time around. Let's look at the damage numbers leading the way. Li Ming played outstanding all game. One of my favorite Li Ming builds. Just outstanding play overall. Hanzo arrows were great. A couple of really big silence isolations, rather, from Dahaka, right? Drags leading the way in Soak for their team as well. And how much of a difference would potentially the level 13 of Varian had, the Shield Breaker into Johanna, which we all assumed would happen, just didn't. Gave her a lot more life, and I think she escaped a few more kills because of it. Anyway, I'm going to go get a little snacky poo. We will give CCS their hard-earned point on the board. Oops, that's not it. That's the team that won. And I get to finally cast a game 3 for the first time in a hot minute. All right, I'll be back. They started the game by setting it to coin toss, by the way. No. No, sorry. Did you guys get the right draft pick that you're supposed to? Because they set it to coin toss. Okay, so it worked out. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Oh, that was probably... I wonder if their audio came in. Shouldn't have. Maybe my audio came through, though, while I was talking to them. I just want to make sure that it flipped coin that everybody got what they're supposed to before there's any more issues, because there's already been some. Alright, sorry, I'm back. So Vikings and Junkrat are banned. And no Falstad. So is these brand new teams making small procedural mistakes? True. And will we see the Johanna for the third straight game? Potentially.
The crusade calls.
There you go.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Big time. Brewing, Sylvanas.
I will fight to my last breath.
Sonya and Rhaegar. That means that camp is going to get taken in no time at all. I just realized when I'm alt-tabbing out, it's not playing the music. My bad. So no hammer. And no thrall. Blaze and a Nubarak. little bit of popcorn, and now I have a lot of popcorn stuck in my teeth. And or throat.
Well,
It's about damn time. Oh, Lee Ming again. And what is Chelsea going to do? Something tells me this is going to be something brawly, like a bruiser. What could this be? Honestly, I really like Hogger here. But I got a feeling it's going to be like Yarel or Chen or something of the sort. Ragnaros. Speaking of 20-minute games, strap in, boys, because we might be here a minute. Might be here for several minutes. I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Alright. So, did they change their portrait because of the Kira ban? What? That's crazy. Where are we going? Alterac pass for all the marbles here. Game 3 from left to right. We have CCS can't counterpick stupid. Shadow Droid on the Sonya. Wits End on Rhaegar. Unicycle on Tychus. Altir on the Li Ming. And Valkamor on the Johanna. From right to left, we have PRA, Phoenix Rising Amethyst, Hunter's Tag on the Sylvanas, Little Barista on Brightwing, Northern Touch on Anubarak, Chelsea playing the Ragnaros, and Soul Shepherd on the Blaze. Only one, good luck, have fun, after the little squabble in the pregame match. Block Sonya, tough as nails. Sylvanas starting bottom here, so it's going to be a 4-person effort here from PRA. Let's see if, yeah, they know something's up. And already both teams 2 seconds late to camp. It's almost not even worth going to, like, just send 1 to each lane and 2 to camp. And Sonya's in the top lane, which means it's going to be, what, Rhaegar and Tychus on the camp? Really surprised not to see Sonya here. Ragnaros is probably okay at it. Not as good as, like, this is, but... Somehow the Li Ming is clearing the wave faster than Sylvanas. Maybe that's by design. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Let's take a look at what's happening here in the mid. Ragnaros doing their best to clear. Northern installing the rotation here. Nice job by him. They go in on the Rhaegar, but down comes Sonya. Looking for a spear. It's a nice cleanse, but does not have E available for another 6 seconds. The spell armor just in time. Meanwhile, Sylvanas now with level 4s. Gonna have to be careful here. Did he E forward? No, he did not E forward. Two people in the top lane here pushing Shadow Droid's gonna need a little bit of support, or he's gonna lose a lot of his lunch money in the top lane. PRA though splitting the damage on these towers a bit. Able to get out just in time. Camp is up. You see the Brightwing. Honestly, she's doing her best. You know, give the little dragon some credit. Spell armor isn't going to do much for you, but, you know, I appreciate the effort, Brewing. Meanwhile, blue team should be able to take this camp quite quickly. Oh, Sonya actually gonna go catch bottom. Or what's left of it. Anubarak doing Anubarak things. Someone was mentioning, I think it was Smidge actually, Smidgevarg, was saying the Beta Barbs here on Alterac is super strong for stalling this objective, and you can see it very much in play there. Johanna is in top lane right now. This camp is going to be pushing, and this should leave a little bit of space should PRA actually decide to go for this objective. Oh, Li Ming almost gets a kill there. Sonya stuck clearing the camp. It's a 4-on-5. Northern Touch gonna have to try to get out of dodge here. Unicycle with a giant minigun. And Wit's End. Let's see how much the Ragnaros can do here for damage. It looks like they're playing to stick this, but Sylvanas is just kind of bottom. But she's not dead. Oh my gosh. They actually get a kill onto the Rhaegar. Hunter has to fight. I mean, you're dead, man. It's all over. Oh, he almost got out. Did she have shift available? She did have shift. It might have actually saved her if she shifted in. But it's a 1-for-1 nonetheless. First blood for both teams, both the Syl and the Rhaegar going down. You're yelling timber. And the macro so far from PRA has been the difference maker. Both in these top and bottom lanes, the walls and the towers either gone or pretty battered and bruised. And this is the pain in the ass part about an Anubarak on this map. Is he can just walk and do this and is very, very effective at stopping this objective. Nice play by Hunter using that E, but not available now for escape for another 10-ish seconds? 5 seconds. Both teams getting their camp up. PRA a little bit ahead of that. But the wave clear is all here, and this camp will be disintegrated very quickly. Both teams approaching their level 10s. Hunter's tag being just a pest. I mean, he's just been doing such a nice job pushing here, taking little micro advantages. Look at the minion wave they've created. Level 10s are up. Blaze gonna get this objective here started. The cocoon onto Johanna. He tries to go in. We have a laser beam. I guess because of the cocoon does make sense here. But Northern Touch has very low mana, and now here are the level 10s. A big leap in the backline from Shadow Droid. The cleanse is good. Here comes Falling Sword to hit over the top of them all. Blaze trying to get out of dodge. Soul Shepherd not gonna land, and now Li Ming has resets. Northern Touch does have E available. Sulfuric Smash gonna land onto Johanna once. Oh no, excuse me, it didn't actually hit the center. So not gonna have that available. CCS now poised to take this first objective here. Let's see if they try to stick it. I think they're gonna be able to pretty handedly. Ragnaros getting some meatball stacks. Yeah, they can't fight this. Big damage there from Li Ming. So no lava wave. Going for a team fight rag. And we have an Odin. Mind control onto the Odin. It's a nice cleanse there for what's in. Cocoon onto Ragnaros. They go onto Unicycle. Ancestral used. 30 armor, still pretty good. Ragnaros is getting into the building right now. The Molten Core ability. Blaze having to do double duty. Oh, would have liked to see them actually turn that. but I suppose they don't want to lose all their buildings top. They're looking for the Sonya. Let's see if she's gonna try to leap out. Like 2 ships in the night here. Throws a meatball in anger. And so the first big team fight goes over to CCS. They win the first objective. They're able to get a decent amount of siege damage done to all the lanes. They take, I'm going to call that 2 towers, and 2 towers. And a slight talent tier lead, if just for a moment, till this camp is capped. Chelsea's going to have to back for mana or tap. Does have tap available if they decide to do that. Instead, just going to back. Well, nobody is bottom lane for PRA here, and it looks like they're going to be trying to take this building down. Sylph coming down now. Nubarak to follow. Mind control is going to miss, and they're going to Odin this. Okay. Ragnaros is coming. Cocoon immediately broken there. Nice play by the Li Ming. This time, 1 stack of the Sulfuric Smash is going to connect. Blaze and Sonya doing the respective offlaner things. No kills will come of it, but probably about quarter damage on that tower. And as they all rotate out, the touch goes, hey, wait a minute. Nobody's defending this building. Why don't we just take this building real quick? Nice mind control there. Good poly. Good follow-up CC here. But they did get a kill mid. The Tychus looks like they used Leap as well. Or no, excuse me, they didn't use Leap. They just got the pick. I don't even know how. So they're going to trade a Blaze for a building. I think if you're PRA, you're happy to see that. But they did get a consolation prize, and now this next objective will be up for grabs. Looks like Wits End and Unicycle are going to start this for their team. Don't think anybody's going to stop them here. 35 seconds before that camp is capped. And not much that PRA can do to contest this at this time. Not going to have bunker available for a minute. Or rather, 40 seconds. They're going to try to fight this? No, they're just going to throw a grenade over it. Meatball almost fully stacked. And now they have 10 seconds to make a decision on where they fight or not. See if Valkmore can get the Cocoon out. Not this time. Instead, they go on the Johanna. The mind control is going to hit the Rhaegar into the backline. Going to stop a little bit of healing from coming out. But now, they could turn around if they decide. Ancestral used, Li Ming getting low. Big stun from Soul Shepherd. And it looks like they're just going to give and clear this objective here. So a lot of buttons pressed, but not a lot of kills, not a lot happening with them. They catch Witch's End here. Big damage though. Falling Sword going to have to be used. He will get out just in time. And Syl left all alone here to deal with this. And Syl can't do anything, by the way. Syl's just going to kind of have to run. Yeah, Syl's dead. Ooh, nice blink there from Bear. Actually able to save. If the Brightwing doesn't come, then the Syl will die. But now their sight's set on top. Rag is going to have to get into this fort, like, now. Or die. I guess dying is what's on the table right now. Brightwing tries to save, but cannot. He's going to get a stack of the Sulfuric Smash. Wits End taking some pesky tower shots from that back defensive tower, which does almost nothing most of the time, but that time did a little bit of something. CCS going to be able to take top boss. PRA looks like they're going to be running bottom to take the bottom boss as well. 16-16. We're 13 minutes into this game. And both bosses will be taken off the map. Both will be marching towards the keep wall. PRA a little bit slow. That's only because CCS had 5 people instead of 3. That's just simple math. And they're all going to fall back. And I'm lagging super bad. What the hell? Game? Please? Windows do an update? Is Discord blowing up? What the hell is happening? Okay, I think it's fixed now. Sorry about that. Yeah, this boss isn't gonna do much here. What kind of build do we have from the beginning this time around? Same thing? Yeah, same thing.
You know what to do.
CCS has won every one of these team fights thus far. They're up in 4-1 in kills. Sylvanas coming down now. Meatball build is online. Ragnaros almost halfway to that mythic reward. The double smash. And this could be a little bit spicy here. Cocoon is going to go on to who? Onto the Tychus. Mind control, missing. A little bit of miscommunication there. Falling sword. Alright, that's 4 on the Ragnaros. Sonya now in trouble. Does have the leap available if they decide to go. And it looks like after the spin, they are likely going to be leaping. Although the Reg Fort is a problem. You can see the range there increasing. Part of that new mechanic. New interesting mechanic. Nice stun from Blaze. Doesn't have bunker available. Woo-wee, the damage. Sylvanas is a vase of fire, so no unstop from the Sylvanas is pretty interesting. I don't think you're going to be able to cap next to a Johanna. Nice poly though. Mind control just missing. Leap still available. Are they going to leap onto the Blaze? It looks like they want to. But they're just not ripping it. They have 2 ultimates. I'm just surprised they're not going here. If Li Ming just gets 1 reset, the fight is over. Guess maybe they want to play for 20s? I don't know. Here could be a leap. Oh my god, they're all grouped up. There's the 3-man leap. Sulfuric Smash to disengage. Speaking of disengage, here comes a Falling Sword as well. Blaze is going to be the first to go. Northern Touch, and will fall next. Little Barista getting slowed by the laser of the Li Ming. And it is a 3-0 CCS. Got that momentum in Game 2 and has not looked back since. Consolation prize, they're going to get their camp. Sonya and Li Ming will likely go to their siege camp. 20's now online. Wait a minute. Composite Spear. Composite Spear Gamer. Elemental Conduit, blinded by the light. All the shield talents in the world. Pure power. Oh my god, we have a pure power. Big red button. Oh, this kid, the meatball almost got the kill. Altair getting low. Sylvanas, the solo kill in the top lane. Northern Touch getting shifted on now, but it's a big leap. 4-man leap. The cleanse is good. The Blaze Stun gonna not really do much, but now Hunter's Tag is in the back line pretty much alone, and I don't think he's gonna live, maybe? Nice interrupt there on the Blaze Stun. Northern Touch getting quite low, but no Li Ming resets. Little Barista will fall. CCS gets the objective. This 15-second mind control. Being a nuisance. Or, excuse me, doesn't even have the 20 yet. That's just regular mind control. The fight lasted so long. Hunter doesn't have tap for another 30 and doesn't have a healer for another 30 either, so that's unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, Reg and Blaze. Oh, this is really risky. Okay. Shouldn't be able to end without another keep, but that's not to say they couldn't go take another keep right now with the Brightwing dead, and that's what they look to have their eyes set to do right now. Look to be taken mid-keep. Reg tried to get into the fort, but wasn't able to. Got interrupted there. And now the core is in a lot of trouble. Northern Touch getting quite low. The Cocoon onto Shadow Droid. Are they going to be able to do something into it? It's a level 20 Odin, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming down. There you go, a big bomb on top of Northern Touch. Oh, the bunker was good. The smash is better, but look at all the shielding from CCS. The Reg Fort actually doing a lot of work here. Hunter Tag continuing to walk forward, has Invasive Fire, but he's getting really close to getting popped by the Li Ming. It's a 1 for none. Ragnaros will get out of his fort. He's going to clear bottom, and it looks like PRA is going to go to bottom camp. Pure power. Goofiest talents, I think, in the game. Are they going to try to fight this? No, don't do this. Don't do this 4v5. Don't do this 4v5. Chelsea's getting quite low, though. If the Li Ming can just get there with the damage, I think they're maybe just going to try to peel him off. If I'm CCS, this is a win. You guys just leave. You guys did great. That was well done. You can see Northern Touch is pissed. But he's got no mana. And now he's got no health bar. And now the Li Ming's going to get a reset here once the Joe lands. And the leap is good as well. Ancestral onto Shadow Droid. Little Barista at 90 HP, somehow living. Bunker available in 5. I think you have to play this fight. The little beam on the wave. Blah. Hyper beam. And this should be checkmate. CCS should have a relatively comfortable win condition here. They can just get the objective. They could go take camp, or they could go take boss. I think I probably would have just taken boss, but I think they're just going to go end anyway. Mind control on Johanna. Nice poly there. Minus 40. But I don't think it's gold. Ragnaros, though. Oh no, the Ragnaros gets the kill. Oh no, the Li Ming. Oh my god, he's crazy. The shield didn't miss. The shield missed unicycle. It's a disaster. Oh no. The Rag Fort getting 2 kills when they needed it the most. 1 sulfuric smash away, by the way, on the pinnacle. And they didn't take the easy win. They could have just taken boss, ran at the core. GG, go next. And now they're gonna have to fight. It shouldn't end. I mean, even if PRA gets a couple of bosses, even if they get this objective, it really shouldn't end because they still have all of their keeps. But they have to be really careful here because they don't have a lot of time. And as soon as this boss is popped and Cocoon, I mean, you could just Cocoon this. You just Cocoon this and go. Yeah. Now you go to Wit's End. Nice mind control there. It's a beautiful unstop from Valk, but. And there's the Pinnacle Quest reward for Ragnaros. He throws another one immediately. Doesn't quite land this time, but. This ends, by the way. Maybe it doesn't end yet, but it certainly does a lot of damage. If this connects, though, this ends. So PRA's got to be really careful here, and I think they know it. Yeah, Blaze is going back right now. Okay. Can't have a series end to Winions. A series this good. Valkamore's kind of in Narnia right now. Withering Barrage. They're gonna go on him here. My control just missing. Hunter just not being quite patient enough for this tank. And now they're walking forward here. Maybe looking for some sort of fight. Big meatball damage, though. 19 seconds on it. The meatball doing what meatballs do. They poke. They do a lot of damage. Blaze is back. Sonya going to be here soon. As Northern Tuck takes a big Q power blast from the mirror ball. Cocoon is good. They go on to the Li Ming. Sulfuric Smash isn't available for another 40 seconds, though. The Odin doing so much damage. It's a nice bunker, though. Everybody needs to get in. But Bear gets blown up. And now the Falling Sword. The bunker, or excuse me, the nukes to boot. Not going to do much. Wit's End, though, has to be careful here. Yeah. And that should just about do it. Well, now you guys just go core. There you go. Surely Ragnaros doesn't 1v9 again. Li Ming saying, I'm going to take this building this time. Yeah, now we go hit the core. Now is the time for pure power. There it is. Womp. GG's have been called. I love that we got to see a Ragnaros complete the pinnacle. That was really cool to see, if nothing else. And that'll do it. CCS takes game number 3 of this best of 3. Congratulations to them. Wrong song. Leading the way in Soak. Shadow Droid, the Sonya there, 20k. Blaze close behind. Same with the Ragnaros. Meanwhile, in damage, Ragnaros absolutely eclipsing every other DPS in the game. All 3 of them. Not even close. Tychus and Syl there. In the 2-3 slot. 15-6 in kills. Heck of a series, heck of a game. That's one of the better series I've cast in a while. Like to see the games go to game 3. Give CCS their hard-earned point on the board. And, I think I already called it there. It's midnight by me, so I'm gonna be staying West Coast teams, man. They play too late. So that's gonna be it for me. Congratulations again to CCS. 2-1 over PRA. Handing them their first loss of the season. Hope everybody has a wonderful night. Be good to each other, and we'll see you in the Nexus.